In today's football news, Ruben Amorim has officially joined Manchester United from Lisbon. He joins the club after agreeing a deal a short while ago, and today met members of Carrington, as well as being shown around the full facility. The Premier League currently sees an international break happening, and so his first game will be in a couple of weeks' time after meeting all of the players. As part of the new integration with Ruben Amorim, Ruud van Nistelrooy and 3 first-team coaches have departed Old Trafford and Manchester United, as they are not seen as necessary as part of the new managerial setup. Van Nistelrooy had a good record in his few games at Manchester United, and these are the quotes that he had when leaving the club. He says, "It was a beautiful moment to come back to the club, and I've started working and then doing the 4 games all at home, getting some good results and some good goals. To close it down with this, it's special. My dad was here, my son, so it was a fantastic moment." And it's a great way for him to go out. He has also said that in the future he would love to have the Manchester United job permanently. However, of course, Ruben Amorim coming in the meantime means that will have to take at least a few years. A huge news story broke earlier today about David Coote, one of the Premier League officials, and the PGMOL has officially suspended him pending investigation. A video emerged of Coote with derogatory comments towards Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool, in which he called the German a few names that will not be repeated here. He is now under investigation as to whether this went any further than just having a few bad things to say about the manager, as we have seen some big decisions under his guidance on VAR that have gone against Liverpool. Notably, an Ødegaard handball in Arsenal versus Liverpool, as well as Jordan Pickford not being punished for rupturing the ACL of Virgil van Dijk in the Merseyside derby. Coote faces some time away from the game. How long that is for, we do not yet know, and we do not know whether he is actually going to completely lose his job, potentially get relegated down to the EFL Championship League, or just take some time away. With pressure mounting on Steve Cooper at Leicester, there are reports that Graham Potter and David Moyes are both interested in taking over should the job become available. Ruud van Nistelrooy was also sounded out by the club in the summer, and questions would be asked as to whether he would also be a potential candidate. In other Leicester-based news, Gary Lineker is set to step down from his role at the end of the current season as host of BBC's Match of the Day, a job that he has had for 25 years, iconic moments including when Leicester did win the Premier League and he had to present the show in his underwear. Gary Lineker is seen as the face of the programme and one of the most iconic presenters in the entirety of the sport. So a sad day for this programme as well as the BBC, and questions are now being asked as to who is going to try and step into those boots and replace him. Manchester City have reportedly identified Federico Valverde as a potential replacement for Rodri in the January transfer window. His release clause is incredibly high, and the Spanish club do not want to sell. However, Man City are in trouble without Rodri in their team, and they are looking at potential solutions that they can fast track through in January, or a potential long-term solution in the summer. Borussia Dortmund are interested in Jobe Bellingham. They want him to follow in his brother's footsteps, as he did in the past, moving from Birmingham in the Championship to Borussia Dortmund. Jobe Bellingham has been a decent performer for Sunderland for a few years now and is set to maybe make that move across to Germany in order to follow that dream, just like Jude. In huge managerial news, Manchester City hope that Pep Guardiola will commit to his new deal during the forthcoming international break. The Premier League is currently on that break now for the next 10 to 14 days, and Manchester City are hoping this is the time where they can finally get Pep Guardiola to sign that deal. There are many rumours regarding him leaving at the end of the season, especially amidst the current controversies and the court and legal proceedings coming against Manchester City with their 115 charges and potential future relegation due to those results. In Bundesliga news, Bayern Munich have decided to extend Dayot Upamecano's contract beyond 2026. His camp have already been informed and talks are expected to take place in the coming weeks. This is coming from a very credible source, and there were rumours previously in the transfer window that Upamecano was potentially going to leave alongside Matthijs de Ligt. However, he did end up staying, and due to his performances, Bayern Munich look set to keep him at the club for a few more years. Lots of clubs worldwide are interested in signing Paul Pogba. Talks are now at an advanced stage between Pogba and Juventus regarding termination of his contract rather than extension. Pogba, previously banned for multiple years due to a drugs test that he failed, now got his sentence reduced significantly and is set to start playing football again in the new year in 2025. There are clubs from England, all around Europe, the Saudi League and the MLS that would love to get Paul Pogba's signature to get him back into the sport as soon as possible. And your final fix of daily football news today is that Barcelona and Juan Laporta want to make a huge signing to excite the fans, and they are looking at a monster striker set to replace Robert Lewandowski when his contract comes to an end, or if he continues to pick up more injury issues like he has done recently. Despite having a great season so far, the Polish international has picked up an injury, and Barcelona are looking at Erling Haaland as their main target. However, it looks like it may be too difficult to get him out of his Manchester City contract. Their second choice is Viktor Gyokeres, who has been fantastic under Ruben Amorim over in Lisbon and would also cost a lot of money, however, not as much as Haaland. And their third alternative target is set to be Marmoush, who is having a fantastic season in the Bundesliga for Frankfurt this year. Hopefully you enjoyed your first fix of daily football news. This is going to be a daily channel going forward. I really hope that you enjoy. Make sure you sub for more daily content.